What's up, guys? So we're now about halfway into the season, and this is kind of the first season that I'm really trying to push it. These were not a thing before I came back, and I've been, quite behind without any relics and other stuff. I'm starting to get some of them, but obviously there is still many issues. Never mind champions, but even on other stuff. And I've been dropping out of top 500 now. Let's see, we're gonna get it. So I got a surprise visit on weekend. Last 2 days I didn't play live arena. I played couple battles yesterday, but literally like I think 6 battles. I didn't have time to play more, so I kind of dropped down a good amount of rankings. And to be honest, the two previous sessions I had before that, like my last 2 videos, let's say, I was getting beat pretty bad. Granted that I was doing really good off season, and getting some upgrades on my account, so I was feeling strong. And then I've been mostly meeting only accounts with like, +4 mythics, 6-star blessings, everything that you can have, which is a little bit, can be hard without using any mythics at all. But we've still been able to put out the fight, and I'm like 250 points below, which is not too bad, I definitely have less games than on average most people. I didn't play last 2 days, and I haven't done like full like 3-hour sessions daily like some people have. But definitely my win ratio has gone down a lot from the start, and you can definitely tell the difference between not being top 500 or competing for top 100. I'm sure I would be like 80% plus win ratio if I didn't try to push like I was in the off season, but we will see. Now the thing is that I'm gonna get Embers very soon. I was hoping to get Embers next week, which is still plausible but very unlikely. I happen to not get lucky, or that's not even... I got really unlucky with the... Do I have 3 losses in a row? Is this a bot? I think I played like 6 battles yesterday and I got 3 wins and 3 losses. Maybe I had 3 losses in the end. I totally forgot about that. I was like playing on my phone and so on. Okay, that totally interrupted my train of thought. Anyway, so I miss 8 fragments for Embers, TLDR. You can get 8 fragments in a week, but that's assuming that I get maximum fragments, meaning that it's unlikely, meaning that it's gonna take me 2 weeks for it. And I think that's gonna be like the end of the season. I don't know if I'm gonna have it for this season, or do I have like 1 or 2 days left with Embers, so that's gonna be a little bit disappointing, but I guess that's something to look forward for the next season. I've definitely noticed that Rotos has actually kind of become my weak link. I wouldn't have gotten this far without Predator, and I wouldn't even imagine trying to push for top 100 or maybe even 500. But the death dealer on Rotos was great, and in the good fights he is way better than he used to be, but he's a lot less universal, taking double damage and dying easily to speed teams or multi-hitters and so on, and just facing the wrath of Embers passive in like basically like 95% of battles where I have him. I really am struggling with Rotos. Rotos is not a good early pick for me anymore. I think he probably would be better for that in the aspect of Zeroth build, but especially with Death Dealer, he's a sniper, but he's not great against everything. I really need to get Rotos as my last pick, or a pick that I take in some fights, but not every fight. And outside of getting some unexpected chart RNG, The only thing that I can see in the near future is gonna be Embers, which is gonna be very soon. But that's gonna be like right at the end of this season. So we're just gonna have to deal with this. My plan is to still try to push actively. I need to catch up and do some double days where I play multiple sessions. I'm not giving up on the hope of getting top 100. I think it would be kind of crazy and unlikely if I get it. So I'm not gonna cry if I don't get it, but I'll try to do it. Top 500 I must do though. That's gonna happen. I'm not gonna give up on that no matter what. But next season with Embers, maybe it's gonna be a lot easier, I think. And who knows, maybe we get some good pulls. I was really hoping, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't make a lot of videos about the assassins. First of all, because everybody does the same videos at the same time, and I'm, people are gonna tune in for Ash or Noob and so on. But I was a little bit disappointed with assassins. I thought that with their thematics, surely there has to be 1 or 2 God tier PvP champions, and if they're gonna keep doing what they have been doing, then we're gonna have like guaranteed event for them and so on. And I was saving my resources, and maybe I could get 1 God tier nuker and that would rock my world, but that's not gonna happen. I'm not really expecting a lot out of the assassins in PvP. I don't think anybody does. People are kind of saying that, oh, there's a bomb champion, it's totally, it's totally usable, bombs and poisons are good in PvP. People are coping a little bit. I'm sure somebody is able to use them, but come on, there is like Gizmak and other stuff, and 9-piece Mercurial sets on revivers are within the sight of probably this season it's gonna be a lot more popular. So I don't know about that. I think people are just huffing copium with the bomb champion. I don't think he's gonna be a thing, and it's it's the same issue I had with Hilvi that got some people a little bit bananas. Like it's one thing to have a champion that is usable or to be meta. It's like a different worlds. You can't compare. What would be a good example? You can use Shashar, but Gizmak is Comidus is way better, and there's better champions than Comidus. So and I don't think the assassins sadly are even gonna get to that level. Probably, I'm not gonna lie, probably Shashar is gonna be more popular than assassins. At least it's gonna be on that level. I don't expect to see them a lot, sadly. So me skipping out on Hilvi and everything and being smart on my resources is not gonna pay off yet, but I'm sure it will pay off eventually. So speaking of the fusion, and I even saw multiple people saying that they're not gonna do this fusion and we're not gonna get the faction wars anytime soon. I was a little bit confused about when are we getting the faction wars or not, because Plarium employees said something. I don't have the quote on top of me, but they said something like the new faction wars is not gonna open next week. I thought that means that it's gonna open the week after that, but I don't know if it's coming anytime soon, or is it literally coming in 2 weeks, because they kind of said like in a weird way they said that it's gonna, they implied that it's gonna come in 2 weeks, but maybe I was just taking too much reading too much into their verbiage. That's why they say that they don't want people to take screenshots from the content creator chat and post it, because people will look too much into their verbiage, even though you can read them word by word and you can say what they say there, which is a weird thing. People often ask me show a screenshot when I told that they said something in the content creator chat, but I can't, and I have to explain it every time. It's a weird thing. I got once in trouble, not really in trouble, but they told me that, hey, you can't do this. I didn't even know it was a rule, but they said it is, so... I forgot what it was, but it wasn't like anything, it wasn't a big deal, but they just told me that it's against the rules. But yeah, surely the next, at least, to be fair, at least Plarium is doing a lot of these collabs, so there's a pretty good chance that we can get something. Dude, I really want to go for the A3, but it's a nice, there's no way I have enough damage, but I have to give it a go. Oh, we did it, let's go. Dude, nice is so OP, when it's like less than 1/3 of the health, I still don't think I can kill it, and I think most of the time I wouldn't be able to kill it from that. Oh yeah, so I had 3 losses in a row from yesterday. Yeah, that's all of the battles. This is all of the battles I've had in the last 2 days, or let's say last 3 days, because this is going on the 3rd day, so the fact that I'm kind of close to top 500 is actually a little bit surprising. I thought that I would be farther away from it, but I think people are kind of starting to gain points, not counting the couple people with ultra high win rate at the top. Most people, as you can see here at higher ranks, the early like several days, not even first day, but let's say first 3 or 4 days even, we saw a lot of people between 70 and 80 win rate, and people between 50 and 70, 50 and 60 were kind of a lot below average. Now we're starting to see the win rate drop on everybody. There's a lot lower win rate in general for sure, because it's the same people banging their heads against each other, and also due to that reason, the amount of points that people gain daily is winding down a lot, which I can definitely tell. If I would have taken 2 days off on the early days, I would have been super far away from top 500, but I'm not this time. There used to be like so many people, even in 90s, but tons of people in 70s and 80s, and now barely nobody is, so maybe I shouldn't feel too bad about my 61% win rate, because it seems kind of normal, to be honest. I mean, there's definitely plenty of people with much higher win rate than me, but there's also plenty of people with a lot lower, and I'm just running, I'm running full legendaries against full mythics, so, you know, it is not the same. If we see non-mythics, it's gonna be like Maritzka and Marius most of the time, and hardly anything else. Anyway, so I have like the well-rested bonus at this point. I took 2 days off going on the 3rd. Now it's time to get back into the game and at least get to the top 500 today, which I think we should be able to do pretty easily. It's also an interesting session because I usually play on the other time slots. I haven't done this one, I think maybe not once during this season. This used to be my main time slot. I used to play always on this one, but lately I haven't been using it. For me, this is like the early morning time slot. Right now when I'm playing this, it's Sunday. This video is gonna be out on Monday, I think. And it's 7 AM, so we got the early worms playing. And I suspect that on weekdays, I think this is probably one of the easier, less competitive time slots. Not that I have any kind of data or anybody does that could prove it, but based on my previous experiences. But I don't think it's the same thing on weekend. Should I just go with the mod? I want to go mod anyway against all of the debuffs he has, and don't give them the easy time to counter pick Rotos. I have started to see a lot more UDKs lately, like when they go something like Fabian, UDK and Embers, that's a checkmate. There's hardly anything that I can do about it, so Maybe I should actually save him for later. I still want to pick him most of the time. I'm not really confident that even my Rooster can survive pretty well, but usually if I go with the Rooster, I feel like I have to pick Necret because 95% of time he just dies before he gets a single turn. Rotos might get screwed by Ember's passive and UDK and everything else, but at least he's able to deal a little bit damage. And to be honest, the one thing that Rotos is good at is killing nice, and he's one of the better champions, definitely not the best one, but on my account I think he's the best champion that I have to deal with nice, better than Predator, because Predator's A3 and Rotos A3 both can go through nice block damage, though Predator's is a lot more conditional because he needs to be under whale and get the debuff. I want to go for the Carnage, but he has the whale. Let's go for the whatever you call it, Queen of Hearts. And Rotos A3 might not block revive instantly, but it will deal a lot more damage and is less conditional, so he's usually better than Predator against Nice, though Predator Nice of course can just A1 Rotos down, so it depends, but okay. This is not looking good. I don't think Rotos can solo at this point. This is the issue with Jet Dealer Rotos. I feel like it works. This is definitely way more meta, but I think this fits the speed teams better, where they want some really high damage, precise single target nuker, which of course speed teams are more meta, let's say, but it's complicated of course with all kinds of things these days like Nice and Maritzka and so on. But I miss his tankiness, I really do. He's not taking any hits, even if he steals some health these days. But I don't really want to pick Necret just so that Rotos can survive. I don't have Blessing on Necret or not enough to use Polymorph, and I feel like it's not worth it. Though I did put my Necret on Aspect of Xerath instead of my UDK. Might be a little bit waste to I forget what those things are called. The resources that you play with the relics and gems costed a little bit to change them. I think it will be better for Necret, but then again, I'm sure down the line I'm gonna have to change the Aspect of Xerath again if I pull something actually popular, so maybe I need to test things a little bit today and play with Necret more. The one thing that I always say that when I go with the Necret and I only have one Reviver, and generally they always go before me, they're gonna ban my Duchess and it's not gonna be good. Even in the last battle, they banned my Duchess and mode is not the same. It's not tanky like my Duchess is, so it didn't work out. Necret at least has commendable tankiness, and he is in Stone Skin and Bolster, so he should be able to survive a little bit, especially now with the Xerath, which does make sense on a Necret. I mean, the one thing on him that you care about most, really, on the build, is him not dying, because if he doesn't die, then he still keeps up the protection on allies. So him not taking turns, but also not dying, works well for him. So I probably still we could take another Wall Cardiac Heart and put it to him, or even Wand of Submission. I'm sure I would prefer those, but I don't think Xerath is terrible. Actually, I think this is gonna be the way. I kind of keep having good and bad experiences with Necret, and I haven't been using him a lot lately. But I think today we're gonna be Necret mains. I pulled Necret years and years ago. Like the weekend he was released, I pulled him and I was super happy about that. He's the one champion that I got really lucky on, and I have even pulled multiple Necrets afterwards, as you can see, but I got the first one really early on. Okay, what can we do here? I think I have to go with the A3 on Garnets, because I'm not confident that A2 will have enough damage to kill him. I guess, can I survive Embers now with all of the shields? Surely I should be able to. Somehow it feels like the shields are not counted when you hit the Embers, but I think it's the Death Dealer Kamikaze Embers that gets me off guard. I'm always puzzled when it happens. Okay, fuck. I wanna go A1 on Garnets, but it's very RNG, but I think we have to do this. Thing is, if I hit Embers, it's definitely gonna die. Garnets we could weak hit on, but it's bad. Ah, okay, fuck. Of course it was a weak hit, fuck. To be honest, I think it was worth it. I think in general these days, often when I'm in matchups like these, like I remember on the last video, there was one time where Galatir was on the first form and he still had the passive, and instead of trying to A1 it and try to get like a double turn, which would have won me the fight, I killed its nukers. I forgot what they were, Embers and something else. Might have been Embers and Garnets in that battle actually. I killed his teammates and then he revived them and they got turns and I lost, and I know that in that battle if I got lucky with the Rotos A1 on Galatir, I would have won. And I'm kind of at the point that the level of accounts that I meet with the champions and everything that they have, I'm not beating them fair and square. I will beat them if I proc some things and get lucky, really. That's the win condition. Outside of that, the difference between our teams are so great that I'm not gonna beat them by pure force. Like this guy, for instance. And we're gonna meet first in this, of course. Okay, well, there's no way we're gonna win this battle. That being said. If Garnets didn't weak hit, I would have won, I think, but that kind of sealed the deal. Necret was the last man standing, so fair play to him. Rotos really didn't get to do a lot because he was debuffed. Now, to be fair, never mind the weak hit. That was, you know, that could have been more likely than not a crit and not a weak hit, but we also could have gotten some polymorphs on the Garnets earlier because he was landing a lot of debuffs, so it was one of those fights that it could have been won, but it wasn't. I need to drink some mana out of my giant coffee cup so that I'm able to sustain myself through this endless torment. It is demotivating to lose a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty competitive. I might seem like a very chill and nonchalant, but I'm super competitive in every single game I've ever played, not just raid. But raid is kind of special case because it's good mechanics, but you can't brute force shard RNG. It happens or it doesn't happen. So in MMOs you can just get good. It's a little bit hard to do in raid, sadly. Oh fuck. What can I do here? It's a little bit... it's not a bot battle, but it's almost like one. Okay, let's just go with Nakarada. It's one of those that I don't have a strong opinion here. Now this is the dilemma that I often get, and somebody pointed it out in the comments recently, that I maybe should just go for Embers Banners, because he's giving me so much trouble with the passive mainly, but just in general. But I'm always going second, I'm facing lockout teams, and fuck. I usually go for Fabian, but the thing about Fabian is that he's not just a buff stripper, he's a lockout champion. He's not just a lockout champion, he's also a buff stripper, and then he still does fears and petrifications and everything else. There's so much CC with Fabian that I really hate to not ban him, but let's give it a go. At least we do have, you know, maybe immunity from Nakarada, but again, Fabian can buff strip or decrease the duration of buffs, and also if it lands the petrification, that basically does the same thing as well. Everybody got locked out. Rotos could have gotten weak hit. Predator could have dodged, and none of that happens. Here we go again. I don't know if I should go for Fabian or Arbiter first, but I think I just go for Fabian. I kind of need to wait out the buffs or getting my cooldowns back anyway. I'm not gonna one-shot either one of those. And well, actually maybe I should have gone for Arbiter. I can weak hit on Fabian, I'm just gonna hit Arbiter on Predator. Oh, we almost got it, fuck. I wasn't expecting that amount of damage. That wasn't the passive proc, by the way, that was the Deterrence Mastery. He doesn't have a single kill, so there's no evasion. Yeah, everybody sees it. How nice. Okay, not to get into like a debate, but like people, again, you know, I know it's the people that hate Polymorph or Band are very, you know, loud about it, and that's obviously not the general opinion. But, you know, people get mad at me for spamming Polymorph and Band, which, to be fair, I don't even have a lot. I need more. I need a lot more than what I have. That being said, some people get angry that I use them. I'm getting CC'd like way more than my enemies are getting CC'd. Don't get that twisted. Like, I might land a little bit Polymorph every now and then, but the amount of stuns and other CC that I eat is like 10 times more than the polymorphs that my enemies get, so there's a reason why I have to resort into the blessings of RNGesus. I didn't do it out of pure hatred and malice for the humanity, but out of I was forced into it, so. But I eat so much CC, you know. I don't think people can get mad if they get sheep because they CC me like 15 times more than I polymorph them. And polymorph is pretty much the only CC I have as a animal lover. I'm not really whipping out my Mashalet and trying to fear them or anything like that, because that doesn't work, and I don't have a lockout, you know. Polymorph is all I have. Let me have it and let me use it, and let me proc it more often. So help me, RNGesus. Anyway, with the boss out, maybe we can get couple battles now with good RNG. I used my cooldowns again. If we meet Panda, they might be over already. And to be fair, like, if there was no Polymorph, I think there would be less people, honestly, playing Arena, because there's so many people that would have like 0 chance, and it wouldn't be fun. Then those guard accounts, you guys would have less noobs with legendary champions to bully. You would only meet other people with mythics and 6-star blessings on everybody and so on. So if anything, you should be happy about our polymorphs. That's the easiest stuff you're gonna meet. It might hurt a little bit to lose to one filthy casual, but you could meet a lot worse enemies. Yeah, today is gonna be Necro Day. I won a big mod against the Galatir passive. It works when it works, but my mod is just too squeezy. Hopefully I will get a full set during this Green Forest rotation. To be honest, I'm not that far off. I think I have good boots. Not perfect, but I think I have pretty good boots and gloves already. And those are kind of the hardest things to get. The only 2 hard things to get a full working set would be chest and banner. Everything else is kind of I can definitely get one. Fuck, we're getting like locked out to oblivion. I think we go for Embers ban. Let's go full polymorph. What can I even do here? All of his champions are CC champions. He has double lockout, so if I go Carnage ban, it might delay the inevitable, maybe like 1 turn, possibly. I think the only way that I win here is to get some polymorphs, and let's not even ban the Embers that can kill me regardless of debuffs. Let's just go for full debuff team and hope that Carnage gets polymorphed, and if he does, then maybe we can get a little bit damage out through all of the other CC. But yeah, if anything, I need more polymorph. I don't have nearly enough of it, to be honest. There's a lot of people without stone skin. Maybe I can get double turn if I don't get too many resists or weak hits. Okay, that's perfect start. Okay, let's go. Let's go. That's what I needed. Can I now also polymorph the Fabian? That really could buy me some time. Now, on the last battle, or was it the second last one, I weak hit against the Carnage when it mattered, and I lost the battle because of it. Can we get a non-weak hit now? Because I really need to get some kills on Predator. Otherwise it's still not looking good. Come on, please, no weak hit. Ah, okay. Sweet parry. Fair enough. Wait, was this one also in stone skin, or do I misremember? So I don't think this one is Savage. I think it was 4-piece stone skin and 4-piece sweet parry then. Come on. Don't screw me over. Can we get some good RNG? The thing is that Predator is not gonna... It's kind of hard. Yeah, Predator is not really gonna get away with anything. Not without any kills. Yeah, I just lost at the start of the battle again with the bad RNG. I got locked out. I didn't... You need to get the good RNG at the start or it's over. When you're running a Go second team, at least. I don't think I will ever be able to use an ability again in this battle unless literally all of his champions get polymorphed at the same time, which is not out of the realm of possibilities, but unlikely. He's using so much debuffs to bully people like me that obviously he's gonna be prone to polymorph, but that's about it. Can we get polymorph? No. Oh, Necrot got a kill. Damn, I wish he could donate that to the Predator. Okay, he has to go to the other form. He doesn't want to. Okay, come on. Can we lock out Fabian? If we get lockout... Nah, fuck, I have 3 turn. I have 3 turn lockout debuff from Galathyr. Even if everybody gets Polymorph here, I don't think I can make a comeback. And now he's like avoiding... he's avoiding hitting the champions with Polymorph on the Fabian. That's funny. Because the Necrot doesn't have it, sadly. He's kind of high level Blessing, but the way they nerfed Polymorph, it was like, you know, whalers don't hardly even use Polymorph anyway. They have better things to do. Again, not, you know, depends, but general. But you need 6-star Blessing, and you're not gonna get those a lot, so they kind of hurt the Polymorph meta a lot with requiring accuracy or 6-star. I wish they didn't do it. Okay, can we get Fabian Polymorph? I really need it on Fabian because he's just gonna keep locking out my Duchess. Okay, and now we get the Carnage up and there's another lockout. Literally every champion on his team is a lockout, to be clear, so... Polymorph? Polymorph? I really don't want to get locked out by him at this point. No, I'm gonna get locked out again before Duchess gets rid of the debuff, sadly. There's no way, yeah. I think if I had 6-star Blessing on Necrot, then it would make a lot more sense for me to use him, and then I would definitely use him more than Maud in general, because he does make sense on my teams. Just not having any Polymorph is kind of a big issue. Polymorph? No? Polymorph? Wait, he's on the other form. he can't proc Polymorph with the A1 on this form, I'm pretty sure. He's just gonna heal, he's not actually gonna spread the disaster. Okay, I think we just give up. I could have given this up like a couple minutes ago, but it was winnable. He's relying so much on lockout and debuffs that, you know, he can always lose with that team if he's against a tanky team like mine, but that being said, it's also, you know, it's a massive massive uphill battle for me, because literally every single champion in his team is gonna lock me out and he goes first. So if Predator just dodged at the start of the battle the lockout, then I'm pretty sure I would have won, and that would have been like 60% chance. So I think in general I have a pretty good chance to win against this team, but I think I also did against this guy and we lost that one, so we need some better RNG. With Predator, I mean without Predator, I would have no chance against these people. But I would have like tiny chance, but that's like all of my champions getting locked out multiple times and eventually all of his champions getting polymorphed at the same time, and then making a comeback from that, which is very, Very rare to happen, but it has happened to me before. Early Leonardo pick, that's interesting choice. Okay. He's going for like a kind of like a full meme team with Leonardo and the freeze combination. What do I think this one I think I go with mod actually, and not Nakarada. Not really even for the mod passive, though it might be useful, but there's a lot of debuffs here. But just for the extra polymorph. Or should I? I'm still... It's a little bit hard choice. He does have very low damage with the Tormin as always. So maybe Nakarada could... maybe I could stay alive quite long if it's just Nakarada and one nuker, but... I think I still go for the Fabian ban. I'm sure Hilvi is gonna go first and CC me. Oh, he didn't ban Armans. Maybe I have a chance. Probably he has a lot of stone skin. Maybe everybody is in that. Maybe the Hilvi is not that fast and I think I might go first actually. I was expecting Armans ban and not Predator on this one. Okay, I did go first. And everybody is in stone skin except Tormin, who is also in lightning cage. Wait, I did get it out of Hilvi. I should be able to just one-shot Hilvi. Unless she has some kind of OP relic. Okay, nice. That's a pretty okay start. And I still have double boss tripper, so it's not even over against the Leonardo and Rooster, like unkillable boss. I even got the immunity on Pog. Gallows can't one-shot me. Tormin is not even gonna have a chance to freeze me, so I should be good. Okay, the win streak starts from this battle. Which one do I kill? Okay, I don't think Tormin is gonna have a chance to come back from this. Okay, so we have one more win. It's starting to look a little bit better. 4 wins, 3 losses. Let's make it 9 wins in a row now, and then I can be happy today. Today is still Sunday, even though this video is gonna be out on Monday, so I'm planning to do double session because I'm gonna stream the plat reset. So I'm gonna have more opportunities to farm. Also kind of getting close to the maximum rewards, which I'm sure I'll get early next week. And maybe I get lucky there, who knows. I kinda wanna get a second death dealer. That being said, I think probably the most like if I could decide what happens, maybe I get the Hallowed Healed this season and Death Dealer next season, because I think right now I could use Hallowed Healed more, but I do want to get at least one more death dealer, and it's gonna be very RNG and hard to get it. Okay, mod or Necret? Mod or Necret? Maybe go Necret and ban the Marius. This guy is full full nuker, and he has like 3, you know, 3 mythic nukers that usually win the battle pretty much if they go first with Nail, Kismak and Commodus. Hallowed Hilt could be nice to get on my Marius, I mean Armans, and then he could be a lot faster. But I have seen people whipping out some interesting strategies with, no, well, even the Kamikaze Death Dealer Embers, but also I've seen some funny business with Resistance Helicats and Resistance Leonardos. Shout out to those people that are making those kind of strats. Fuck, Rotos got banded. Those builds are kind of hard to pull off, like building a nuker in Resistance. The only way you can do it really is with Death Dealer, and even that is very specific, that you need some kind of nuker with unkillable or block damage, like those two. And then you need to have really good gear and commitment and make this kind of meme build that you don't see other people doing, but it sounds kind of interesting. Okay, fuck. We're just gonna die to the Empress passive. I could kill everybody here, but I'm gonna die to the Empress, so might as well just nuke anyway. We lost it, so there's no winning. Even if I did like A3 on one of the other ones and tried to get Necret protection on him, it wouldn't have been enough, so just end my misery. And now we're back to 50-50 and we're against SP guy. If I get a second Volcardia card, I'm not really sure who I would put it on, but probably Necret, to be honest, yeah. The thing about Volcardia card is that it can still be buff stripped, and right, I'm pretty sure. And most of the Mariuses are in Orby Stone Skin, so they don't actually get one shot on the first turn. They would after that, but they can play it smart and not take a turn before they nuke. So it's I don't know if I want to stack multiple Volcardia cards in the same team, though that being said, often if I pick Duchess and Necret and no second Reviver, they usually go for Duchess ban, so probably Necret would be the guy to put it on. But to be honest, I think I would benefit more from getting a Band of Submission than Volcardia card or Death Dealer right now. I know that sounds like a funny thing to say, but it's literally true. Of course, those are a lot harder to get, and I want to get more options for future. But for now, honestly, Band of Submission would be the better pull, to be honest. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about going Necret here, and he took it anyway. We go mod. We have some good affinity matchups with the mod, which might be useful. Should I actually go for the Aelil ban? I'm a little bit tempted to do that. Okay, this is gonna be the funniest funniest thing ever. I don't think Ale gets banned very often, but he's running double Magic Affinity Nuker against my Predator and Mod. So maybe we can make something work here. Everybody's in Stone Skin and little bit Lightning Gate as well. That was like the wrong one to do, but probably I should have gone for Polymorph or Nakarada or Nice, but this was gonna be a coin toss anyway. I'm sure if Comidus was in Vand, then I'm sure both Nakarada and Nice were in Vand as well. So all of them except Maritzka. I assume Maritzka is in Volcardiac Heart. I see this very often. Nakarada could be in it as well, but I think probably most of the Maritzkas that I meet are in Volcardiac Heart. It's a very common combination, so I'll bet on that. It doesn't look like it's over yet, and we're actually getting some turns. But then again, he has he has Nice in his team, so I don't know about that one. I don't want to do A2 because two of them are in Stone Skin and one is protected by Nakarada, but we don't have enough damage to kill Comidus otherwise. I have to go for it. Having Nice protected by Nakarada is a first time for me. I don't think I ever seen that before, and probably I will never see this combination again. I don't know if Nice really needs the Nakarada protection, to be honest. Well, I mean, okay, let's be perfectly clear. He has the Nakarada for the Aelil. Don't get it mistaken, but I don't think he was expecting me to ban it. And this looks really funny that he has Nakarada protecting the Nice. The most tankiest champion in the entire game. More tanky than even Taras or any Revivers or anything. Also, the Nakarada is kind of low health. I don't know what kind of build is he running. Is it like a potentially like a full resistance Nakarada or something? But it's very low health for somebody like Nakarada. Very unusual. People definitely are, you know, dipping their toes a little bit on resistance in the recent times, which were kind of almost never done. I think we go for Polymorph and Nice and just try to buy some time, even though Maritzka is still alive. But before the relics, resistance, I never saw it. I actually see it quite a good amount of more now. I don't know if it's because of the meta in general, but I think it's mostly because of relics. You can get more resistance with some of the relics, though there's not one like really good one for PvP. Might be a really good resistance mains that item at some point. But then there's also stuff like Death Dealer that enables you to go, you know, full resistance nuker builds, which is very interesting. I like that resistance is being used more. It's just I wish I could do it as well. I've been trying to do it with my Donatello, but I don't have enough. I don't believe in him. He doesn't have enough resistance, so it's too inconsistent. And the guys that I'm meeting are running too high level blessings for me to play that Russian roulette with him. What kind of blessings does this guy have? Yeah, he has 2 champions with 5, 2 champions with 6, to be honest, this guy has probably lower level blessings than the average player that I'm meeting at this point. Most of them have 6-star on everything, including mythics, and they hardly even run non-mythics, to be honest. Necret is a very rare pick. Maritzka is common, but Maritzka is like pretty much like the only common non-mythics I see on my enemy teams are Maritzka and Marius. Even Niamhe I don't see very often, and never mind like Freya or any other option. Well, Predator. Predator would be one of those, let's be fair, but I also pick him. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Predator got a few kills and I'm kind of back in business. Is that a win? Yeah, that nice definitely needed a Necret protection. Yeah. I think I did the right ban here. I know it might seem so weird, but he was almost fighting me with 3 champions. That Necret was not really relevant in this combo. Of course, Commodus could have just destroyed me at the start, so that was always an option, but I don't know. I feel like I got unlucky today. I could easily have 3 more wins than I got, and then I could have a good win streak and feel good about myself. Wait, if I get 1 win, do I have enough materials to craft myself 1 wand of submission? I do. We'll go for that. Let's get one more wand for this session. If anyone has any good ways they're using Necret in the current meta, I'm very interested. Let me know in the comments. I kind of don't really find a good way to use him on my account, which seems a little bit weird because he seems like perfect fit for my playstyle, but he just doesn't seem to be worth it, to be honest. But they are going for Predator bans really often these days against me, and my Rotos kind of needs a Necret. He's not surviving the Mariuses without Death Dealer. I mean, with Death Dealer, I mean. Even without it, probably not, but he might have a chance in those situations. Double lockout, double buff strip, tears, freezes. Marius might be in storm color. There are so many debuffs on me, and yet people complain about my friendship with the sheep. I don't get it. This guy has infinitely more CC than I do. Nobody's gonna flame him for fearing me or locking me out, so think about that before you say anything negative about Polymorph. See, everybody got frozen there, and he's overlapping my champions with multiple different CCs. They're locked out, frozen, and feared. Okay, this battle is not looking great. I think we might be done. To be fair, Necret was kind of useful here. Rotos would have been long gone if it wasn't for Necret, so he was useful. But I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I don't think so. Not with all of the lockouts and everything else. He's literally targeting the Necret. Necret is being that much of an issue for him. Okay, what do I do here? I really want to kill the Embers, but I think I'll die if I if I go for the kill. Do I die? I do have a shield on me. But I think I still die. Oh, I don't even have the damage. Oh, that's a little bit... I should have gone for Krixia, I guess. Fuck. I don't think Necret can take a hit. I don't know if Necret just proc the Zerot there or not. Okay, Necret is actually being useful in this battle, but I still think it's over. We have the Necrosis, I can't survive A1, fuck. And if I would have killed him before, I would have died, so... I'm screwed either way. Okay, Predator is not block revived, though. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. No! Why not weak hit? Dude, why not weak hit? Ah, okay. Was pretty good. We got quite close. Again, Predator, bad RNG. Could have gotten better. Even Rotos could have gotten like weak hit from the Krixia at the start, which totally would have changed the course of that battle, so... I'm crying about RNG every loss. That was totally winnable. It looked terrible, yet we still didn't die, but it could have actually gone way better if I had good RNG. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if I had 6-star blessing on Necret and Predator, I think that would go a long way. That would go a really long way, I think. But it's so hard to get those. And to be fair, I was out of the game for a while. I definitely could have one more champion on 6-star blessing if I didn't, so I shot myself in the foot with that. Though, you know, these are the people that I meet, kind of depending on account, but a lot of these accounts I meet have like dozens and dozens of champions in 6-star blessing, so we're not the same. Maybe not this guy. He only has one champion with 6-star blessing against me, which is kind of unusual. 5-star and 6-star is not comparable. 6-star is so much better. Not only do you get speed, which is the best stat, but then you actually unlock the true power of the blessings that often are way worse without 6-star. Like literally with everything. Burn, blessing, polymorph, even lightning gauge, but that's like one of the least relevant ones in the whatever you call this. Is it the intimidating presence? The one that I never use. Either fearsome or intimidating presence. It's intimidating presence, yeah. That one. Even life harvest is like way better on 6-star, and that's one of the least. That's one of the ones that is useful even without the 6-star blessing. Okay, what do I even do here? I think we go Carnage actually. Without Carnage, if he doesn't get really good one-shot on Gizmak at the start, it might be a long battle that I can win at the end. Or he could just get polymorphed instantly, in which case I might beat it even almost fast. Okay, she got polymorphed before we took the lockout on Rotos, so Rotos didn't get weak hit, but also didn't get locked out. Was that a mistake? Should I have hit the Krixia first? I'm not sure. But we're still looking okay, I think. Necret lost the stone skin for the burn though. I can just kill the Niam here, right? Yeah, easily. Okay, that's pretty good. If my Rotos was full 10 meter, I could kill the Grixia too, but she's gonna move first. Come on, Polymorph. Fuck. As long as Predator survives, I can still make it, but he has to turn on Mikage. I think Mikage is gonna seal the deal. Come on, Predator, you got this. Predator, do your thing. No! No, there went my last hope for success. I think we're done. He only has 1 kill. Yeah, fuck. That was actually kind of close. I don't know if I should have hit the Grixia before I hit Niamhe on my Rotos, but I think the same thing would have happened. Sometimes I get so confused about Niamhe. Sometimes she's really not that useful at all, and sometimes she's incredibly OP. I sometimes don't understand why she's so inconsistent. As am I today, clearly, or maybe even I think I'm getting more losses again than wins, so. I hope you guys are believing more in your RNG, because I'm definitely losing a little bit hope. I know, you know, obviously I'm fighting way above my pay grade, so what do I expect to happen? But still, I want to win. It's gonna be demoralizing if you get tons of losses in live arena, and not even if you get tons of losses, but if you have 50% or even close to 50% win rate, it's not fun. You want to win a lot more than you lose. At least I do. Maybe somebody doesn't care, but I do. Okay, double bombs with Marius and Chuchen, like a full speed team again. Do I have to... Wait, actually no. I think this might be a Necret battle. What about Wukong? He doesn't have a lockout. This might be a rare occasion. Rare occasion where Wukong actually gets his moment of glory. I think Wukong makes a lot of sense here. Also, Sulfurion, a little bit tempting, but he still has 1 pick, and I'm sure this guy going for full speed team has multiple lockouts, and I'm sure all of them are faster than my Sulfurion, so I think we either go Necret or Maud, which are in bolster, so Maud, I choose you. Necret Protection on Wukong could be a little bit cringe, so we're not even gonna try that. Now who do we ban? I think I ban Marius actually, not the bombs, yeah. We get rid of Marius so that he can't buff strip my shields, and maybe I can just survive the bombs. There's gonna be a lot of bombs, they might get polymorphed. I'm also gonna have shields, so I can definitely eat a little bit of them, but not if I get 2 bombs from, like one bomb nuke from both of them, and then Lamasu even resetting the cooldowns and a 3rd nuke. That I definitely can't take. Okay, that's pretty good. Could have been better, but that's pretty good. He doesn't have a reviver, so that Gnishak is not coming back. He's out. Come on, Predator, you got this. Let's go. Okay, I think I won that battle, right? Yeah, I think I won at this point already. Predator gets to nuke, he doesn't have any tankiness, so it's over. Let's go. And don't forget, Wukong could have come back, so I still had 2 nukers alive, in a way. Predator Wukong might be actually, by the way, a really fun combination to play with. The only issue is that we're meeting so many block revivers and lockout champions, but maybe I can, if I start thinking about it more, maybe I can find more opportunities to slot Wukong in. I think Wukong made a lot of sense in that battle. I'm almost tempted now that it went good with Wukong. Maybe we need more Wukong out there. He doesn't have block revive here, so even though Harima is not a great matchup, but we have Polymorph, we could just kill it. We can just kill it with Predator, so there is ways. Honestly, I think we go Wukong on this battle. There's no block revive or lockout, so do I pick mod or what? Also, if I start using Wukong a lot more, I will change the blessing on him. The reason why he has Polymorph is that you guys might have seen me mention it a couple videos ago, that there used to be a weird strategy in Platinum Arena offense with Wukong, Shamile and Initve, where you could actually beat top tier Taras teams with him, and there was a way with Shamile passive to cut in before enemy takes a turn because of Taras fearing your team and Shamile removing it and giving turn meter to Wukong, and then UDK couldn't redirect his A2, and if you build him in accuracy and speed, you could always polymorph the UDK at the start and then kill Taras. That's why I have him on it, and I didn't change him to anything else, because it would cost me some gems to do it, which I will only do if I'm actually starting to use him a lot again, which I haven't been for a while. A2, yeah. Okay, maybe that... Okay, that was a mistake, don't get it wrong. I should have just polymorphed the Marius and not done A2. He had the immunity and the passive, but that could have gone worse. At least we got the Enfeeble, but I misplayed it. I wish we got the stun away from Wukong, but I guess both of the debuffs were pretty bad, so... Okay, now we have a really good opportunity here. What can I do? Should I just go A1 on... What can I do? If Wukong gets to nuke now without the sheep from Harima getting broken, we're gonna kill everybody. Okay, that's good. Can... Ah, fuck. I was gonna say, can Marius please move before my Wukong, but no, I think we just go for A3 in this case, sadly. Okay, that was still pretty good. Damn, Duchess is full of buffs, she's not gonna... Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking that she's not gonna die anytime soon, but there goes Odin. To be fair, Harima has that passive that she can't weak it on Duchess or any demons, even though she is weak affinity. But Harima is not high damage and he doesn't have defense buff, so this Harima is really gonna struggle. I don't think this Harima can ever kill my dodges in 1 versus 1, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we basically could have beaten this battle without even using the A2 on Wukong, which would have been kind of funny. Damn, are we actually starting to get wins on Wukong? What on earth is going on? I'm getting destroyed. To be honest though, if you guys look at the battles, pretty much, I'm sure there was some other reasons, but if I put the battles that I lost in essence, it was the ones where I got really unlucky with Predator and Polymorph, or where Predator was banned. So, they do ban him quite often. It would be good to have a fallback with Wukong or something, but like I said before, I think Rotos now with Death Dealer, it can't be like a blind pick, it needs to be a counter, so that I see first the enemy team and he doesn't get hard countered. I think that's how I need to pick him. That's the same way I need to pick Wukong as well. I can't just willy-nilly go early Wukong and then meet the Embers or one of the multitude of lockouts and lock revive champions and get dominated. But those would be 2 good picks to have in my arsenal, as long as I would have one really solid general pick nuker like Predator, and then maybe some little bit better support game. Like, by better I mean like god tier support game, like Maritzka, Theodosia, Galatir. I really hope to get one of the top tier support champions. That would go really long way. Then I will have those and Duchess, and then I would be pretty tanky. Is there anything else? R-Base would be great. Siegfried would be great. I think those other 3 would be probably better on my account, but those 2 would be great as well. He went with Rotos. Just when I'm saying that that Rotos bad, he took it. Should I go with UDK? Maybe we get the last pick and it's gonna be Wukong. It could be Gallows too or something completely different, but I think we go with UDK here and see what happens. Now would be a good time to have the UDK on the Zeroth. Maybe I'm gonna regret swapping out the Zeroth from UDK to Nakarada, but I haven't been using UDK a lot recently, so I'm probably gonna end up putting it back, but I'll only do it if I get something actually good to put on Nakarada. Oh yeah, we can do the one craft after this battle, I think. Okay, we can use Wukong in this battle. Now, Rotos can of course get block revive at some point, but this actually seems kind of doable. What is he gonna ban? The UDK? Or Armans? Okay, I like this matchup. If he doesn't kill my Armans before he takes a turn with Marius, I think we're in pretty good position. It depends how high damage he has on Marius, which usually are not full damage, so I think there's a chance. Oh fuck. That's that instantly, okay. That's not looking too great. I thought she could take a hit. It was kind of good combination for him that he had the Siphi doing the defense buff, because he obviously didn't want to take a turn on the Marius to lose the stone skin and potentially die to the wall cardiac heart. Now, can Predator and Wukong... Okay, fuck. Come on Predator, why can't you dodge that one? Like, there still was a way for comeback. I think there still is, but I think we lost. But the fact that we lost health there hurt us a lot. I don't think I have damage to kill maybe anyone on his team with the A2 now. Let's see. Okay. Come on. We need some dodge. Come on, dodge. 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 Come on, Predator. Dodge. Ah, he's letting me down every fight today. Ah, fuck. We could have made a comeback. That would have been a funny comeback at that point. I think there's definitely something into the Wukong Predator combination. I'm sure I will have some really funny battles where it looked totally impossible and then I won. If Predator didn't take those A2s from Rotos, it was actually starting to look pretty good at that point, but we tried. I mean, it was kind of close, so the battles are gonna be hard. Oh fuck, can I cancel it? I could do one crafting attempt if I didn't pick the battle instantly. Okay, maybe I get it after this battle. I'm definitely not regretting my choice to start early picking Predator, because I definitely do need him, but he's a hit or miss champion, and sometimes his passive just doesn't come when you really need it. Sometimes it comes like way too much and you're almost shocked if it's like bugged and it's just blocking every turn. But today it hasn't been that day. Well, it ended up being a session where I didn't gain a lot of points. Not unexpected, since it was the last 2 sessions the same deal, but maybe I unlocked slightly higher win ratio if I start using Wukong more, if I find those opportunities. Wukong could be another interesting pick that, not in this battle, he has both Embers and Krakens, but maybe I go triple nuker sometimes with Wukong instead of Mod or Necret. Maybe that would be more prudent to do sometimes, but I can't do it in this battle, I don't think. If Wukong was Magic Affinity, could maybe play it more against Fabian and Krakens, but he doesn't have that possibility. Okay, who do we ban? I kind of do want to ban the Krakens. I know the Embers always destroys me, but I feel like I get destroyed if I get locked out too, so... Okay, that's pretty bad, but it's not game over yet, but he can... it's kind of game over. I don't think I'm gonna cut in before the... Okay, that was actually good for me. The Embers would have block revived me otherwise, but he actually bought me a little bit time by killing Rotos. That was actually... that was actually great. Thanks for the help, Embers. Well, there goes the Armans though. Or is he just gonna... No, he's not gonna AoE nuke, okay. Maybe Rotos can cut in. Okay, do I go A2 on... Fuck, if I take double turn now, I'm gonna lose the whale. I think I have to go A3 on Embers, yeah. Otherwise he's gonna block revive Rotos. That was the only way, I think. No. Yeah, I was screwed whatever I do there, really. I could have killed one of the other ones and then nuked the Embers, but that I still would have lost. Maybe if I can get Rotos back now and somehow take another turn and maybe kill the Embers, but Rotos A3 is on cooldown, so it's not gonna one-shot the Embers with the A2. This wasn't like a death dealer or anything like that. I think I need to go for A2 on Embers, but I don't think I have the damage to kill it. He doesn't have a direct reviver, he still has Maritzka, but if I could kill Embers now, it could buy me some time to heal people and get them up. Ah, Rotos got polymorphed, fuck. There went my chance of comeback. Maybe I could have had the damage. He only has shield and no strengthen or anything like that. And Rotos had attack buff, and he got 1 kill. So with like kill streak mastery and the chainstone and so on, maybe he could have done it. If he comes out of the polymorph in some really perfect timing, but I think it's over, yeah. Come on, weak it, okay. Yeah, we kind of need the whale from Duchess. I don't think Maud can do it anymore. One thing that I don't have, sadly, by the way, when I get Ember soon, no blazing on him. And it's probably gonna take a while to get one. Okay, but there's 1 hour. I thought the time was already over. Okay, there's a little bit more time to gain a little bit points. I don't think I even got to the top 500 yet at this point. Okay, come on, Wand. Okay, I've gotten plenty of these. I don't really need them. I don't think we're in top 500. Yeah. What points do I need? Okay, so like couple wins, assuming that these guys are gonna get more points too, but I'll probably finish off top 500 at the end of the session unless I do really bad, even worse than we're doing so far. Okay, 1 more for the bot battle. I hope we can avoid that, but we got 2 Wukong wings before it, so that was kind of cool. They're really going back and forth hard. 1 win, 1 loss, 2 wins, 2 losses, you know. Damn, today's on the stream today, I'm really gonna get into the gems because I think we might have to pay 100 gems for refill at some point. The funny thing is that we got some free live arena battle tokens, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. And like I said, I had some surprise family visit on this weekend, and I didn't get to play a live arena in the last 2 days, so those live arena battles were totally wasted, or the tokens. I wish they could make the live arena tokens last 2 days instead of 1. I think it would be fair and not too OP, because sometimes you can't play live arena every single day and the gem cost kind of stacks up, so I think 2 days would be fair. If you guys are in the whatever special program it is, probably you have already said something like that, but I think that sounds like something that is a small change that if they hear it from many people that make the tokens last for longer, they probably would do it, considering how much they're doing stuff these days to try to appease the player base. Okay, we definitely go with Rotos, but do I go with Maud and Rotos or Nakarada and Rotos? Maybe Nakarada in this battle. We just don't have the polymorph against the Krakens, but it would be a lot better against Nice and Comidus. Okay, Shu-Chen and Grix said double lockout. Even Shu-Chen is a lockout champion. Maud would be good affinity against the Nukers, that's why I'm a little bit tempted to do it. But they have enough damage to kill me easily anyway, and I'm gonna be locked out, so let's go for Nakarada. Maybe if he bans Predator, Rotos might be able to take a couple hits, which he otherwise wouldn't be able to do. Damn, Embers would be really nice in this battle. We could easily block revive the Shu-Chen and maybe even Grixia. I wonder if that's gonna be a funny combination. Like that one guy was running Nice with the Nakarada protection. If I run Embers and Predator with Nakarada, to be honest, it kind of depends on what supports I pick, because half of the time it's gonna go on the support, like Armans, like the Nakarada protection. Sure, I do have some support champions with really high health, but they can't be some kind of accuracy speed threats. Dude, we're not doing well today with those weak hits. I'm getting weak hit when I really need to not, and also Rotos is getting locked out in every battle. He has a very exquisite team though. If Rotos can just get a few turns in, this can go well. Let's see if Comidus is gonna allow that. This is gonna make or break the battle, what happens here. Okay, not great, but he survived. He definitely wouldn't have without Nakarada, but it's looking bad. I don't know if I can make a comeback at this point. If I win this, I'm like 99% sure that if I went with Maud, I would have lost it, but I think I'm still gonna lose though. Come on, don't lock out Rotos. Polymorph, please. He's gonna go for lockout on Rotos, I'm sure. Oh, okay, on Armans. To be honest, I'd rather take turns on Rotos at this point. I need to get Rotos pumping so that we can actually start making a difference in this battle. I'm just eating all of his hits and, you know, not doing anything against it. It's just, may I have another one, please? That's all I'm doing. Ah, and now we got locked out again. Goddamn lockout. How many lockouts does one team deserve? We're meeting so many teams where, you know, 3 or 4 of their champions are lockout. Ah, okay. Embers and Rotos got submitted by the Wand of Submission. To be fair, that's like the go-to relic on Nice, so most of them are in it. I kind of assume all of them are, even though there is some other interesting things that you could use, like Xibia Servitude and Gloomy Coronet and so on, but almost all of them are in Wand. Can we get a polymorph on Nice? We kind of need it because we're not looking too good. My data is full of bombs and other debuffs, and we're definitely not gonna be able to survive without Nice taking himself out of the battle. He could just spam A1s at this point and it... Okay. He made a misplay there, but is that enough for me to make a comeback? If I was him, I would have just spammed A1 and forgot about the AoE. At least until Duchess was dead. I still have a sliver of hope. So this guy is like lapping me so hard, it's kind of crazy to believe it, because my Rotos is still 300 speed, so he's no slouch, but this guy is with 2-gen and full speed team like everybody is, so Rotos is not getting a chance. Okay, finally we got weak hit when it doesn't really help us. I wish we got that at the start of the battle. No, okay. Come on. No, okay. I still had the last chance. Maybe Gizmak would have gotten polymorph, but that's okay. It's a bot battle. Fuck. It's not fun. Let me double check. I was getting lapped so hard. I know it's a shoe gen, but Rotos has gear on, right? Yeah, he has gear on. He's 299 speed. It's not like he's that slow. I could make him a lot faster if I want to, but all the enemies are gonna be generally in Stone Skin anyway, so I don't know if I really want to do it. It kind of depends on the battle. Maybe if Rotos is not gonna be one of my main picks in the future, maybe I can then do it against the speed teams, but for now, I mean, 299 should be fast enough, but he was really not taking any turns. And now we get an enemy of my caliber and renown. Let's go. I hope I'm not ruining your guys' mood when you're doing Eye of Arenas and I'm just so depressed and pessimistic and, you know, speaking doom and gloom, but that's how it is. I really want to get at least, like, even if I keep having this kind of hard time for the rest of season, which is gonna be the case, I'm sure, let me sprinkle in a couple like insanely good sessions where the stars align and I actually get good battles. At least give me a little bit of hope. This is like playing Path of Exile and just dying to the same boss over and over again. I mean, not Path of Exile, I mean Elden Ring. Well, could be the same deal, but in Path of Exile you probably don't want to go against a boss that you can die against. It's been a while since I played Path of Exile. I don't even remember what was the last season I played. if I play Path of Exile, and I have played it many seasons in the past, when I do it, I go super hardcore, like always. But I don't play like solo self-found or anything. I enjoy a lot just trying to get rich on Path of Exile, and first of all, doing like the prep work before the season, that looking at the new items, what kind of OP build I can make out of items that other people don't think are gonna be good, meaning that the core items of my build are gonna be cheap, and then I can sell the expensive items to other people. That's always my plan in every Path of Exile season. I used to make, fun fact, I don't know if I even mentioned this on videos before, or if I did not many times, but I used to make build guides in Path of Exile, but that's been many years ago, but I did used to do that too. I wonder what's the last season when I made guides. I think it was I think this is like even before Raid, to be honest. I don't remember them. Is it Harbinger season? I think that's the last season, at least that I can recall of. Not the last season I played, but where I was making guides. I totally don't remember what build I even... I think I had multiple characters in that season, but I really don't... I think I started with like Righteous Fire build, it's a good starter. And then when I made more money, I did some crazy build, but I forgot what it was. Righteous Fire, if you don't know anything about Path of Exile, like you can make different kinds of builds, of course. There's all kinds of items and then like spells or abilities, and you can have totally different playstyle. Righteous Fire is something that's kind of like Polymorph, that many people look down upon and many people like it. Generally, like the basic thing how Righteous Fire works is that you take damage, fire damage, and then everybody else around you takes fire damage as well. And in order to not kill yourself in that build, you need to make like a really tanky build with lots of fire resistance and you know, high health and tanky and so on. And then you just avoid all of the damage and everything dies around you. Now, in some seasons those builds can be really OP, it kind of depends a lot on the time. But often it's like a really good starter build for new season, and again, I haven't not played for past many seasons, so I don't know about the recent experiences, but even with old items that have been nerfed and weren't too popular when I was playing, I think we go with Embers and Rotos and just ban the Carnage. Yeah, even in the times I was playing, and if you used old items that were not considered OP, it's still pretty good build to start with. It's usually very cheap and easy one to make. Of course, there's varying levels of builds, and you can always, with more money, you can make any build way better in Path of Exile. But it's often a good, solid build to start out with, not spend a lot on your build, and then make some other character with way better potential on their build. I used to kind of specialize in fire damage builds, because back in those days I knew the fire damage items in Path of Exile very well, and I wasn't just using Righteous Fire, but other types of fire builds as well, usually. I haven't even tried the Path of Exile 2, which is the funny deal. My brother has talked about it a little bit, like he played it instantly when it was new, but I have not even given it a chance yet. I think I need to do it like right now. I start thinking about that Sigrun is not in Feral or Stone Skin, which is unusual. I think I want to play whatever is the next Path of Exile season, or in the Path of Exile 2. I will look it up after this video. I need to play some Path of Exile. The thing about them is that they are like, they take massive time investment if you want to play it hardcore, and maybe it takes like a month or so, but you need to really play a lot in that, or at least if you are into it, then you're gonna. So you can't really play a Path of Exile season 24/7, or it's gonna be too much, but every now and then it's super fun to do. I've been kind of doing the same thing with, what you call it? Smiley TK said he likes to play it too. Fuck. What's the survival game that is almost like an MMO, but it's not? Where you... Rust, yeah. Where you build things and you survive and you fight with other players. I've been playing that on and off for the past year, but it's kind of like Path of Exile that, you can't play it 24/7, because if you really like the game, then it will take too much. You have to play it too much if you're active. Compared to those games, even Raid takes way less time. Like, we keep complaining that they keep adding content and making things harder. Now, to be fair, they got a lot better on it last year. But Raid is very time-consuming game. Nothing compared to something like Path of Exile or Rust, or even one old example that probably most of you guys have never heard of is a game called Travian. I used to play that game a lot when I was younger, and I still kind of have the same thing that I was in like part of couple different communities, like one Indian like clan and then one American clan in Travian, and this goes back like, I wanna say like more than 20 years. I've been playing that game probably like since I was 8 or something, and every couple of years one of those people messages me that, hey, we have a really good account, do you wanna come play Travian for like one season? And it's one of those games that you basically need to play 24/7 if you want to be hardcore about it. But in that game you can play multiple people on the same account, and that's the meta. Like, nobody is actually playing, like all of the top accounts have like 10 people or more playing on the same account. Indians have been a lot on the news, like, you know, lately because of politics. But Indians used to be like in Travian like the best clan mates and like people on your account and in your clan, because they are plentiful and they will play it actively. So I used to play it a lot with Indians. But I don't think Travian is one game that is too much. I don't think I want to play a Travian server again. Never say never, but I think I'm too old for that. I can't play a game like 18 hours a day. It's too much. UDK or Embers? I think we still go UDK. Yeah, they ban Predator too often. I knew he was gonna do it. And he has both Hilvi and Sifi. So I think there's a chance that my Armans might be faster than Hilvi, or could be either one of them. I'm sure one of them is faster than Armans and one is not, but I'm pretty sure they're both gonna move before my Armans, so I can't count on him to deal with the UDK. Yeah, Civi was gonna be the fastest, I knew it. Come on, let's get a big win streak now. There's been so much losing that I start reminiscing about other games because I'm getting screwed so hard in Raid. All of those other games that I mentioned, in those your own personal gameplay is a lot more relevant than in Raid, so... Of course RNG helps in pretty much every game, but Raid more than those others. Okay, fuck me. That no dice. I don't even get a single turn. Should I have picked Nakarada in that battle? This has really been a theme, not for like last day or two, but last several weeks. That Rotos just doesn't work well against those Embers. Maybe that's gonna be the new strat, that if I meet Embers, I go with Rotos and Nakarada. What is that blessing? He has Smite on the Galatir. I don't think this guy respects library enough if he does that. He's some kind of filthy Hydra enjoyer or something with that blessing. It's sacrilege. I would never treat Galatir that way like this guy does. Do we go with Nakarada? I think this battle Mord again would be good against Galatir, but I think it will... Rotos is gonna die too easily to Marios otherwise, so I think we need it. Okay, no Reviver, that's gonna be scary. I also just think honestly, if I had Fabian instead of Armans with the same gear and blessing, that would make a huge difference. It would be so much better with Fabian. Lag? Plarium is keeping me in suspense. Come on. Is this entire battle gonna be... What? I didn't press A1. I definitely did A3 on Rooster. Okay, Plarium is just conspiring to screw me over. I definitely did not move too slow there. I definitely did A3, but the game just trolled me. Goddamn enfeeble. There's not really much I can do about it now. Could it be a funny experiment at some point to put would it be to put Death Dealer on Predator, because he could like go for max damage or something like that, but it would be a little bit antithetical for his existence if he was fuck, the Marius is gonna destroy me. If I made him to take more damage, even though he might dodge the damage, but then if he gets one shot when he doesn't dodge, I don't think that would work out for him. Okay, can I get one turn on my Predator now, stack the passive, and then maybe we can make a comeback. He does have the goddamn magma shield, or is he gonna lose it now? I hope he does lose it. Okay, that's actually great. I don't think Predator is gonna die now. Okay. We back. With Necro protection. Oh fuck. I wanna kill... what can I do here? I wanna kill the Maritska. I don't know if they're gonna move before me. I can only kill one of the Nukers. Not both of them. I think we go kill on the Galleos and we just hope that do I? No, I think I go the kill on Marius. Galleos I'm not sure if I can kill with A1. Marius I definitely can. And if I did get extra turn, then that would have been great. Predator is kind of on the risk of dying now, though. I'm sure Rooster will one-shot it if he lands and doesn't. Proc the passive. Come on, passive. Passive. Dodge. Oh, he didn't dodge, but he still didn't die. I guess that's what you get without decreased defense or defense buff, but I was still expecting Predator to die, to be honest. Come on, let me have this win. I need a comeback. It's still looking pretty bad. I think Marius can still end it on the next turn. Fuck. Did I just survive with the aspect of Xeroth? Because he had decreased defense and I feel like he shouldn't have survived that hit. He's really screwing me with the whale. I can't go for the kills. Okay, I think it's over. I don't think Predator can do this. I think this is too much to ask. He's not even dodging. Dude, you have max stacks. Just dodge. Come on. Okay, and now dodge all of them and then we win. Just go. You need to full send now, Predator. Now is the time. We died to the magma shield. That was the one skill you didn't need to dodge and you dodged that one. If we didn't dodge that one, the Galathyr A1, and then we dodged the hits from Marius and Galleos, we probably would have healed enough that we could have won the battle. But that would have been very specific RNG to win at that point. Fuck. The Whales of Galathyr just screwed me. I couldn't kill the Nukers when I wanted to. Maritska and Galathyr are just on so different level than other tanky support champions in general. Same thing I was saying about my Fabian and my Armans and Fabian, that if I had Fabian in the same gear that I do Armans, same build, would be so big upgrade on my account. Of course, same thing with Maritska and Galathyr. On Galathyr, of course, you would want slightly different gear, but let's say that I put the exact same build that I have on my Duchess to Maritska. I feel like my win ratio would go up so much just with that. There's no way that it wouldn't, and Duchess is, to be honest, one of my main carries on my account, but I think it's kind of mostly about her build rather than her own personal skills, let's say. She's there to take some hits for me and take some hits for my allies, but she doesn't really do that much, and she's just usually logged out in every battle anyway. At most, sometimes she does some whales that help my Predator, but that's about it. And Theodosia and Galathyr could do that too, and 15 other things. Yeah, I wanna go with Wukong, but it's not gonna work against all of that. There is 2 lockouts. Well, 4 if you want to count the A1s. Let's say 4 lockouts, but I'll round it down to just two like main ones that are gonna threaten me a lot. All of them are gonna threaten me, but okay, Polymorph? We have everybody on Polymorph. Surely we can proc it in this battle. Okay. Okay, buddy, we got submission proc, I guess. Rotos is the one champion I really didn't want that to happen to. And when they have multiple sheeps, they get out of the sheep a lot easier. My Rotos might be stuck in this for years to come. Maybe I should have actually saved Whale. Maybe not. He would just one-shot my Armans and block revive it with nice. Okay. I eat the full 2 turns and he got out instantly, of course. It's better to have multiple sheeps than just one. That's really low health. That's really low health. Nice though. How can it even be that low health? That's a little sus. I think I need to kill it. Like, might as well, right? Or proc the passive. However you want to put it. That's a really low health. Nice. Maybe it's actually naked. I don't wanna. Sometimes when I run into these situations, I don't wanna say something is naked because it might not be, and then I might feel like, you know, disrespecting him unintentionally, that he just doesn't have good gear. But I think that Nice is literally naked, or at least missing multiple pieces of gear, because it was really low health. There is definitely a big variance on their healths, depending on account, and he doesn't have champions dead, but still, that was like so low health. It was, you know, Armand's type of health. Maybe my Armand's was like same health as that Nice or something. He literally died with the Armand's A1. Let's not get that twisted. I think I only, after the Polymorph, maybe there was something else, but I think I only did Armand's A2 and A1, and it died from those. Maybe, surely there was something else maybe, but I think that those were the only 2 things that hit it. Okay. Wait. He doesn't have another reviver. Am I actually winning this battle? I was disrespecting the Nice, but I wasn't. I still thought that the battle was already over, and I lost. But can Rotos make a comeback? Come on, Rotos. Don't fizzle now. Get a turn and kill the Commodus, and we can be happy. I don't know if I should have gone for the revive there, or fuck, or the A2. Oh, wait, can I kill the Commodus? I think I can. It's only A1 without attack buff, but it does have decreased defense. Come on. Please be enough damage. Come on. Let's go. Oh, he's not... Is he gonna survive it? I don't think he's still gonna die to the bombs, but I think we can win it now. He doesn't have any heals. He can lock me out and CC, but he doesn't have any sustain. Yeah, with the combination of dodges and mod, even if they keep me locked out, they're never gonna be able to kill them, and I think I should be able to kill them over time. I mean, they have no heals, so... Okay, they have a smite though. Damn. The other guy was running smite on Galatir, and this guy's running it on Grixia. What's up with these these PvE demons? What are they doing? Putting Grixia or Galatir to that blessing should be like minus 50 speed on your champion. There should be some kind of negative debuff of like disrespecting a top tier arena champion with that kind of heresy. I would never do that to my Grixia or Galatir. Not ever. Okay, so somehow I got one win squeezed in to the battle log of misery. Let's go. I don't think I'm even... I might not even make it to the top 500 today. We went down 2% win rate, so there is that. That's always recoverable if we win, of course, but I thought we would still make it to top 500. Okay, I'm 10 points below. Granted, there is still 16 days left of the season. I think my final push, like if there's 16 days and it's gonna take me like 1.5 week or whatever to get my Embers, I think at that point when I get my Embers, if I'm still feeling that it might be in the realm of possibilities to go top 100, I'm gonna save the days where I play multiple sessions until I get Embers, so there is still time at least. I mean, I could get lucky. I need 8 fragments, so I could technically get Embers on like next reset, but unlikely. And we will see how big Boon Embers is actually gonna be. I'm sure it will be, but how big, we'll see about that. I don't have the blessing, so that is definitely relevant. I'm kind of hoping that when they rework the Swift Parry, that it will be good set on Embers, because I would have really crazy Swift Parry for Embers. Or Predator, whichever, but I want to get that set to use. I think if I go with Rotos, I go with Nakarada. Unless they can't have Marius or Marius with lockout or Embers or some kind of block revives. Otherwise it's too bad for Rotos. I think the last account was not level 102. This is the only accounts that I can beat. Fuck. Okay, it looks doable, even though it has Harima. That used to be my old nemesis, but at this point I'm happy to face Harima. Oh, he doesn't have Harima in 4-piece stone skin. I don't know if I can kill it with, I mean Marius. I think I can kill it with A2 maybe, even through Harima passive. Ah, almost. A2 definitely does more damage in this situation than A3, so that was the right play, even though it wasn't enough damage. Could you have gone for A2 on Harima? If I knew that the Marius was not gonna die, I probably would have done it on Harima. I don't think I have enough damage with the A3 now either, even though we could ignore those damage mitigation things. I think we just go for A2 and try to get some kills. Oh, not even one. Oh, fuck. The Embers kill didn't count, it was to the magma shield. Predator has 0% evasion. Ah, that is almost all that kill. Okay, we can still block revive one of these guys. Which one we even wanna do? I think we go for Harima. Yeah, I can kill it. I guess I just do A2. Oh, maybe I should have just done A1. I didn't want to risk it though, in case it wasn't enough damage. I was thinking about doing A3 on Predator for a second, but I think this battle will be already, you know, we're good. Okay, finally a battle that was relatively easy. No offense to this guy. He was a level 99 without 4-piece stone skin on Marius. That's an interesting account. This guy definitely did the same thing that I have, maybe on a little bit bigger scale, because it's an old account. He played since release, and he's only level 99. That's not something that you see very often these days. Wait, are we top? No. I think if we get the win now, we can barely squeeze in the top 500. Let's go. It's not the worst matchup, this is winnable. I mean, everything is generally winnable, but I'd rather meet these than those matchups with Gizmak and Comidus and Nice and so on, but Marius and Embers are what we see pretty much every team bringing, so it's not like those are off-meta champions or anything. Funnily enough, the most off-meta champion in his team is Sifi, which for multiple years was the most meta champion in the entire game. For any type of PvP, and even of course good for PvE generally as well, so... There used to be a time when in Platinum Arena you would hardly find a defense that didn't have both Sifi and Duchess in the same team, and it used to be kind of tanky style meta that everybody is running double reviver, meaning those two, there weren't really other options. Double Reviver with a Lockout and a Nuker. And everybody was pretty much running the same thing for a very long time. Okay, we have a good start now. Oh fuck. How did I not have enough damage there? Okay, fuck. I was gonna say that we have the shield, I can kill the Marius and then do A2 on Embers, which would have been a good start, but holy moly, I didn't even have enough damage to kill the Marius. Maybe he has one of those defense ignore mitigation relics on him or something. Okay, well, it's not too bad. We have a lot of options here, but what do I even want to do? I think we go A3 on Embers. Hopefully it's enough damage. Please, don't be too little. Okay, thank God. Okay, we got rid of the Embers. That's actually good. I think that might seal the deal of the battle. He definitely... Okay, that must be it. He definitely could make a comeback with Marius, but I think we're good. In that sense, the Predator A3 has some good utility, even though the damage is piece poor, but he places the debuff, so that doesn't rely on weak hit if you get it or not. Like, you will get it if you have Whale. Without Whale, you're not gonna get it because you're not gonna build him in accuracy. But also, that being said, even if you do weak hit, you can still get a block revive if the target is very low health. So it can have some good utility implications at some points. Maybe you can kill low health. Okay, oh, it was 5-star. Maybe you can even kill low... no speed. We're getting like almost usable pieces. You can kill low health targets even if you have enfeeble or you get weak hit or something like that. Not all the time, but it's kind of good utility that you're not able to do. So the debuff is not reliant on weak hitting or not, and it's placed before it. And even the block revive, as long as you get a kill, it doesn't matter if you place debuffs or you weak hit or anything else. I think I should be in top 500 now. I wish I could have mod with 6-star blessing and be as tanky as my Duchess, but with the mod skills. I would rather run that than my Duchess, but I'm so heavily invested on Duchess that it's just hard to beat her unless I have like actual top tier reviver. Would be really fun to pick Duchess with mod passive here and then go with Nakarada and Rotos, but I don't think I can do it. I really want to get mod passive against the Galatir and Commodus, but I don't think Rotos is gonna like take any hits. I think we have to go Nakarada. That's the one thing that I kind of took from today. We still have other polymorphs, and even if oh, this guy went for Rotos ban. That's unprecedented. Usually they go for the Predator ban, and that's why I need the Nakarada. Now I don't need it as much, so am I gonna have Armans protected by Nakarada? That could almost be interesting, because Armans is not gonna get killed by Gizmok, I think, at the start. This is kind of interesting. And also the Gizmok doesn't have intercept, which is doubly interesting. Usually they are on it, but now I can actually go for the A3. I don't think I have like any usable intercept sets. Not that I would, you know, I don't have the champions to use it either, so I'll think about it when I actually have champions that need it. Fuck. I don't have Whale. I could kill the Siegfried otherwise. I'm kind of afraid now that if I go for the I think I do A3 on Marius. Yeah, if I do A2 now, I think I could kill everybody except Siegfried, which would be really bad, and I didn't want to do it. Why did he do that? He should have hit anybody else except Armans. Armans was protected. Even if he did kill Armans, the AoE damage would have been scuffed. But I didn't have Whale, and I wouldn't have gotten the gaze up on Siegfried, I'm sure. And the Siegfried would not die without the gaze debuff because it would proc the passive. So I had to go for Marius. I would have preferred to either go for Siegfried or just did the AoE nuke to get the passive stacked, but I think either one of those would have been a mistake. Okay, now we have a Nakarada protected Predator. Now we're at least pretty tanky. I don't see this combination very often. Imagine if you can get, I mean, I'm sure many people maybe can do it, even in the comment section, but imagine like Predator with other tanky champions like Maritska or Niamhe or Nakarada. That's pretty strong if you can stack it with something else like that. Okay, so do I just go for the A2 now? We're still gonna proc the passive, but it's gonna be one turn stun. I think this is the time to do it. Huh? I didn't have enough damage to kill. Actually, that was kind of good. Yeah, that was actually good, but I didn't expect that. We didn't kill Galatir, but we also didn't proc the second form. We proc the passive, but not the second form passive. Too many passives, but I think that's game over, right? Wait. What happens now if I kill it and then it comes out of the ship? I don't even know what happens. Is it still gonna proc the second form? I think it's gonna, right? Okay, what's gonna happen? Second form, but no unkillable, right? Oh, it still got extra turn. That's so weird. That's a weird combination. Okay. I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but I still wasn't 100% sure. So we should have killed the sheep and then killed the Galatir afterwards, but it is fine. We go for this because I don't want to... I just want to buff strip the Siegfried. I don't actually want to polymorph it. Oh, now we actually have the whale up. Okay, if we end this quickly, we can do one more battle. We're finally starting to pick up a little bit. Let us get one more win for the road. Okay, Pog. I'm at least in the top 500, so I haven't recovered 1% win rate. Maybe I can recover even more later on today on the Latpush stream. Again, this video is gonna be like one day after it happened, so it's gonna be a little bit confusing, but I don't think most people even care or think about that stuff, but it is not gonna be in canonical order. And as always, if you have any suggestions, if you saw something from the gameplay today that I didn't think about, I'm definitely open to ideas because I kind of need some more, but Maybe I need to play more with Necret and not always go with Mord. And maybe I need to use Wukong a bit more when I find the opportunities. Actually, this could be a Wukong battle. What if we go Wukong and what? I don't know who to pick here with Wukong. I guess Mord. Okay, we go with Wukong and Mord here actually. Nah. Depends who he picks as the last one. We go Rotos. Nice can still do block revive, but he doesn't have any lockout, so I could go for nice ban. But I feel like if I did pick Wukong there... Yeah, okay, this one I totally could have gone with Wukong. I guess, doesn't Sulfuren also get it, but I think you need more than one demon spawn. I'm not 100% sure because I don't really meet multiple... Usually it's just Duchess or Comidus and... not Sulfuren, Vulcanos. I think he needs 2 or 3 to get the block revive. But Nice could have a block revived my Wukong. Maybe I should have gambled in that battle and went with Wukong, but then again this guy is pretty high player power and very high blessings too, so he probably has multiple options and he would have maybe picked something else if I went with Wukong. Maybe like Embers or something that I wouldn't have liked. Okay, let's see some Polymorph. It's the last battle of the session. Don't let me down. And again, Predator ban. We have to deal with this with Rotos without Necret protection, so not ideal. It kind of goes against everything that I was coming up with today, but fuck. Intercept on Vulcanos is pretty Chad move. I wish it didn't have that intercept buff. Ah, fuck. That's not good. Oh, Roto still got turn before the Vulcanos. I guess it must be really slow. I think I go for A2. I'm paired. I don't want to risk taking 2 turns. I really hope I can kill Comidus. So, okay. Fuck, not enough damage. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna regret that. I could have gone for A3, but I thought A2 would be enough. If I could have picked anything, I would have gone for A3 on Lamassu and then A2 on Comidus, but I didn't want to risk the fears. Okay, that's pretty good. Not only did we not get feared, but we also got the Vulcanos polymorphed. Also, I didn't want to use the A2 there. Rotos had block debuffs and everything. Okay, now it's looking pretty good. I could go for Maritzka kill, but we're turtling with Rotos, which he can do that instead of finishing the battle or like going for the finish and risking the high turn meter revives against Maritzka. If we get this kind of opportunity, we can just stack damage from Killstreak Mastery or potential gemstones if you have them. I don't think I have on Rotos, because I have one of those and I put it on Predator. But you still get the kill streak and we can steal some health and so on. So if we get a safe position, then we might as well turtle with Rotos. I think I won, right? Come on, dude, don't do a comeback from this. Let me do my victory speech on the last battle of the session. Should I even do A2? I don't think so. I think we save it for later. Okay, that must seal the deal. To be fair, his Commodus has lost so much health that I don't think he's a threat anymore. Probably the Lamasu is bigger threat, honestly, because she might give extra turn to the Vulcanos, but even then, okay, we're good. Oh my god, we actually got the win streak at the end. A little bit hope after all of the all of the bleak future in my sight. 6 wins in a row. Honestly, not even 6, 5. This is, you know, this is a sight for sore eyes. I have not been doing that well. This off-season, this was bad, to be honest, getting a 5 battle win streak, but now I'll take it. We're still down 1% win rate on this session, but recoverable. How much do I need to get another 50 points? Probably I should be able to get it later today. Assuming that I get some materials on Grim Forest, I probably should have another legendary crafting attempt today. I didn't run my Grim Forest yet. So maybe by the time that you see this video, I already have another Wand of Submission, hopefully. Anyway, that's it. Good luck. See ya.